world's worst pervert, okay? Because what he gets off on is watching people commit suicide. I mean, this is where the story gets really, really serious, obviously. And this guy is nuts. He goes online and pretends to be a girl, okay? Usually a young girl around age 28 or so in one case. And he convinces people to do suicide pacts. Now, since he's a nurse, he knows all about, how people are in desperate,
he knows exactly what to say to convince them to go over the edge and kill themselves.
Right, and he knows who's more vulnerable, and he knows how to attack that vulnerability. And then he says to them, hey, let's do it together, okay? And he says, and you read the stuff that he wrote, he's like, look, at least we'll have each other in that moment, and he, reels them in that way. And then at the end, something mysteriously goes wrong with his webcam, so they can't see him. But he's like, okay, I'm doing it too, go ahead. And then he gets off on watching them commit suicide. Now, he caused apparently a great number of people to kill themselves.
5 people to be exact.
Yeah, that's a huge number for a guy to go around convincing people. But now, not all of them he saw. Like, obviously some of them did it without him watching. But he did get to watch some of them. And even the idea that they killed themselves, I guess, turned them on or something. I mean, you want to talk about weird, unbelievable fetishes? We've talked about crazy fetishes before. The guys that like to get dressed up in the panda suits. The wetsuits and then hanging themselves while with the thing and the right? But this is the worst one I've ever seen. This tops Rodell, okay? I mean, he's killing people, right? So now, of course, there's going to be consequences. What's the other amazing part of the story is...
How he got caught?
Yes.
Yes. He got caught because a teenage girl went and told an elderly woman, I'm thinking about killing myself and I joined the suicide pact, yada, yada, yada. So the grandmother, who knows nothing about the internet, found a way to pose, or found someone to pose as someone who's considering a suicide pact, right? And the woman who was posing as someone who's going to do the suicide was actually suicidal. So she was afraid that she would get reeled in and actually commit the suicide, but she didn't. And because that woman was willing to go undercover, they exposed everything to the cops, and the cops arrested this man.
What I was amazed by is when the little grandma who's going to finally blow the cover on this goes and tells the cops, they're like, there's nothing we can do about it, man. It's a free country. What? No, it's not. No, it's not a free country like that. You can't, talk people into killing themselves. That's not. I mean, that's crazy.
Right. Well, this guy is in Minnesota, right? And this elderly woman is in the UK. And I feel like that when it comes to the internet, people feel like they can't get any sort of justice, right? Because what are you going to do? You're a police officer in the UK. What's a police officer in the UK going to do when there's some crazy lunatic based in Minnesota?
Well, you got to have an internet crimes department that finds a way to track the guy down, right? Because, look, it turns out he did it 5 times. If you don't stop him, you don't think he'd have done it another 5 times? And these people, they could have gone either way. Some of them, of course, since they're suicidal, might have committed suicide anyway. But obviously, some of them might not have. And look, the young woman who got talked out of it, she obviously didn't have to commit suicide and didn't, but he might have pushed her in that direction. As a cop, you have to look into it. It's crazy not to. So finally, the cops in Minnesota get on the case because the woman, basically says, look, I collected all the evidence for you. And they're like, okay, fine, we'll look at it. And then they go and get the guy. Unbelievable sometimes what you got to do to prod the cops into action, right? But luckily they caught this guy, and it's as bad a story out of fetish as I have ever seen. There's some sick, sick dudes in the world. And finally, remember, if someone's trying to talk you into something and they're saying they're a young girl on the internet, they're not. It's always an old dude. Okay? So don't believe the hype. Okay? Oh, yeah, oh, sure, I'll send you naked pictures of myself. Don't do it. Suicide pact, don't do it. Okay? Anything. Whenever you got someone posing as a young girl, imagine it's a 48-year-old dude with a beer gut and a beard, because that's 9 out of 10 times what's going to happen. Here he didn't have the beard, but had everything else.